So, Letty, you would like to know what is fashion to me? Now, I have this differentiation between style. I always say what is sustainable is style. Only style is sustainable. Your style is sustainable. Fashion is never sustainable. But that's not your question. Your question is, what is fashion to me? Well, first, subscribe to my channel to find out. You can also push the join button next to the subscription button. Become a member today. Gain access to extra perks. You can also join me on Patreon. superdacob all spelled together on Patreon. Thank you to all my patrons and members who have already pledged. And this video is being filmed live. So join me every Saturday for live streams. Thumb up this video and partake in the conversation. So Letty just asked me a question. And here's the answer. What is fashion to me? Fashion to me is a collectible. Living for it. Now, I know, like, you'll be like, what the hell? It is. It's something you can live without. Style, you cannot live without, in my opinion. But fashion, you don't have to follow fashion because fashion is like trends. But it's a collectible to me. Okay, to me, it's like something, if something is in fashion now and I think it triggers me in a way, like it tickles my fancy, then I collect it. I buy it to archive it. It becomes a collectible to me, just like a collectible toy, watch, or what have you. Fashion to me is a collectible when it's fashion. If a certain fashion gets to me and intrigues me, I buy it. Not because I think it suits me or fits me well, because usually when a fashion is very trendy and in the moment, usually it wears you, you don't wear it. You can't, because if something is super fashionable in the moment, it becomes a uniform. So a uniform in which most people don't look good in, you know what I mean? So it becomes a collectible, sometimes even a covetable collectible. That's what fashion is to me. On the other hand, style is a vital form of expression that allows you to transcend fashion, because style, unlike fashion, style is forever. Fashion is limited in time because fashion is it's bonded to trends, and trends are very limited in time. And fashion is bound to commerce. And commerce and the business of fashion is something that Coco Chanel herself has said in The Allure of Chanel with Paul Morand. In order for commerce to survive and the business of fashion to survive, fashion itself has to die, and it has to die a very quick death. It has to keep changing, because otherwise it stands still and people won't be spending money anymore on the newest and latest trends. So it's in the interest of the business of fashion, of the industry of fashion, to keep changing trends so that we feel compelled to belong to something new, to belong to a group, to be in, to be hip. So we keep purchasing new trends, new fashion. We become victims to it. That's what a true fashion victim is. On the other hand, style does not depend on fashion and trends. Style is something you develop independently, on your own, with yourself, for yourself. And having your own style is something that transcends fashion, meaning having your own style doesn't depend on the seasonal trends and seasonal fashions, because your style can remain the same style if you want for as long as you live, which requires way less purchases. It is more sustainable ultimately, and allows you also a lot more time for other things in life that can be super fun and amazing. Or you could be spending all your time hunting down the latest fashions, the latest trends, who's wearing what, who's in what magazine, who's posting what selfie, who's tagged in which post, who posted the next video about this or that topic, about latest trends, top 10s of this, biggest 10 regrets of this year, best things to look for in the next month. You waste a lot of time hunting down those trends and fashions, while you would be enjoying your life if you had just that one style that was yours. Page says, fashion is the phenomenon of the development of your own personal style and appreciation for others, incorporation of their personal style in a unique and pleasing way. It is subjective and objective. I don't know about that, because I don't see fashion as a phenomenon of the development of your own personal style, because you can't have a personal style if you constantly follow the fashion that's being offered to you by the brands and brand marketing. They make you believe that you desire certain fashions so that you fulfill that need inside of you to belong to a group, to belong to something. You know what I mean? Antonella says, beautifully worded, Dacob. Thank you, Antonella. How do trends become established? Asks, yes, but no. You mean how do trends become style? I actually wrote a little tiny, hold on, let me see if I can find it. I wrote a little tiny something something in my quotes. Okay, so I'm checking out my quotes now. Get the FOMO pop socket, Super Dacob Fear Missing Out pop socket on Amazon. Link in the description box down below. The Secret Alchemy of Style. If you keep consistently wearing one seasonal fashion item for a few years, it will cocoon itself through you, and with patina, like a well-aged wine, out of the cocoon emerges style. A little quote from Super D. Then I also said a couple of days later, fashion is being kept hostage by the ignorance and stupidity of the consumer who prefers crap over quality. I also said, clothes don't define gender. Clothes define character. You know, just saying. Jesus says you can still incorporate current fashion in your style, but then that's not sustainable anymore. Because then you would be buying something because it's a new trend. Paige says, I've been wearing tweed jackets since 2011 and lace since, and Chanel handbags, accessories since then. So I suppose it's become my style by that definition. For yourself, yeah. But a Chanel style has already been a style. This is why certain luxury products are so expensive, because you also pay for those products to always be available. You know, they give you that peace of mind because they are style. They're expensive so that they don't get overproduced, but also they give you peace of mind, meaning if you buy your Chanel tweed jacket today and you wear it for 20 years, let's say, and then after 20 years it breaks, you know that when you go back to Chanel, they're still going to have a tweed jacket for you. It's not going to be a seasonal thing. It's not going to be a once in a lifetime thing, and then they're never going to make a tweed jacket again. They're going to make their signature tweed jackets for as long as the company will live. And that is style. And that also means that they're going to cost more. Why? Because you don't need to buy a new one every season. You buy one or two, one for winter, one for summer, or for transitional seasons, if your country happens to have transitional seasons. And that's all you need because it's style. That jacket is the one jacket you need. You don't need 20 of them. But that's why you're paying much more for it, not just because it's good quality, but also because it warrants the security that you have of knowing that it will remain in style forever. So that's why as long as you wear it, and as long as it's not falling apart, and as long as you can repair it in case it does get damaged, you can keep wearing it. It's never going to go out of fashion. And that's also why you pay so much for it. It's like that guarantee, that warranty that you pay on a piece that is style and not just fashion. Same applies to the haute couture as opposed to prêt-à-porter. Prêt-à-porter, more or less, is always going to have a logo visible somewhere. Still, we're paying a lot for prêt-à-porter Chanel, but when we wear prêt-à-porter Chanel, we pay less for prêt-à-porter Chanel than we do for haute couture Chanel. Haute couture Chanel does not have the logo visible anywhere. It's like you pay extra money for the haute couture so that they take off the logo. It's like on YouTube, you can pay for a premium YouTube account and then you won't see advertisement anymore. You're going to pay more for them to take the logo away. And you're paying more for style because style doesn't have to deal with fashion. So it's like fashion is the branded logo on top of style, and you pay extra to get rid of the fashion. You pay extra for style so that the fashion is detached and you're free to go with the style. You pay for that freedom. Nothing comes for every freedom we earn in our lives has a price, including style. It doesn't come for free. Yes, but no says, personal style will also change over time. It depends how we define style. I don't think our style changes with time. I think we, through time, fall more in and out of love with certain trends and assimilate them as if they were style to us. But then we fall out of love with them again. So hence that's not a style. Then it's just a trend. Again, we're back to square one. Elegance is behavior, says Seabreeze. Yes, that's elegance, but that's not style. You can be elegant wearing fashion. You can also be elegant wearing style. Elegance is something from within. You can be naked and be elegant. You don't need to involve clothing and accessories to be elegant. You know what I mean? Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Esbano says very good way to see it. Paige says very true. I never thought of it that way. I mean, that's why, when I say only style is sustainable, because it's yours. Once you have your style, you have your style. Everything else is trend. Because the definition of style is that you don't lose it. You don't change it. You can have, having said that, you can have your style and then from time to time fall for certain fashions on top of that and trends and then fall out of love with them. But you have your core style always there. It's your style. And that does not mutate. That stays your style. It defines who you are. It's part of your identity. It's part of who you are. While a fashion is a shell that you cover yourself with from time to time, and then you take it off again when you're done with it. Anyway, that's how much I wanted to say in this regard. Thank you, Letty, so much for the question. I hope you guys enjoyed this topic. If you have, please do thumb up this video and subscribe to my channel. You can also follow me on my Instagram profile, superdacob all spelled together, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can also follow me on my Chanel Instagram profiles. One is dedicated to my Chanel collection called Coco Chanel is in my house, all spelled together, and the other one is dedicated to Coco's life called Coco Chanel Privé, all spelled together. Thank you guys so much for watching. Never forget to never give up on love, and see you soon again next time. Bye.